All right, it's that time again for Ball Chats with Kenny. This is where we serve you with the latest macarons in basketball, and then we have some really interesting interviews. Now, speaking about the interviews, today we're going to be having Sandra Ikeora joining me on today's show, getting to talk about her basketball journey. For those who don't know Sandra, she's really done a whole lot of work when it comes to the game of basketball. Played in Dominican, played in Portugal. Her CV is really stacked up when it comes to countries she's played in the game of basketball. She's going to be telling us about her journey and, of course, her national team aspirations. And by the way, my name is Kenny Bamidele, your host on the program today. Sandra, welcome to Ball Chat with Kenny.
Hi, Kenny. Thanks for having me.
Now, let's get to talk about your basketball journey first. How has it been being a basketball player? How did you start, and what is the journey like?
So I started playing basketball in high school, actually. I live in the United States, as you can tell from my accent. I started playing in the 8th grade, and I worked my way all the way up to being a professional. I've played basketball professionally for over a decade now. After high school, I played basketball in San Francisco, and where I was able to actually be an All-American athlete, averaging 22.6 points a game and 13.0 rebounds a game. And so my work on the court helped me get a contract to go overseas, where I've been ever since.
Now, talking about 22 points per game and 13 rebounds per game, these are really crazy numbers, no doubt. But what drives you? What drives you to make this happen?
So I think it's just that inner hunger. It's that Nigerian hustle. You know what I'm saying? When you get that opportunity to play, and it's really that mentality. Every moment you step on the court, you make it count, making every second and every minute the best. And so my internal drive, we just being Nigerian, we have that internal hustle. It's in our blood. And I joke with my teammates about that in the US, and I'm like, yeah, it's just, I can't explain it to y'all. I just want to get it done. I want to go. And so I would say my internal drive was really first from God. God is the source of all, and just my bigger vision and knowing that it's for the purpose, because God gave me the skill, He gave me the will, He gave me the plan. And so it was just really, it's really just God, me and God.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Thank God for what He's done. All right. What's been your toughest moment being a pro, and how were you able to push through it?
The toughest moment being a pro, I would say, once you go professional, the game becomes 99% mental, and that's what separates the good from the great. How are you going to show up when you are the go-to person? How are you going to show up when things don't go as you want? How are you going to show up when, let's say, your money's late? How are you going to show up when, things are not going as you want? What I do in that instance is I remember, hey, God brought me here. That means the solution is already there. It's just my responsibility to align myself. And so anytime I go through something that's unfavorable, I remind myself, who brought me here? My creator.
All right. So talking about the national team, you haven't won the green and white yet, but I know it's on your heart. What would it mean to finally represent Nigeria? What would it mean for you to finally represent Nigeria?
It would mean the world to me. It really would mean the world to me. I have that unique blend of I was born here in Nigeria, actually. I grew up here, and I believe that I reflect the roots of a true Nigerian. But I had the opportunity to go to the US, and I've lived in the US for a majority of my life. Representing Nigeria would be the perfect, reward from God, I would say, because it's perfectly in line with what He wants for me. Meaning, as I said, I have that unique blend. I speak Igbo. I'm like a native at heart.
Yeah.
I can, a fellow Nigerian here in Nigeria could relate to me. A Nigerian abroad could relate to me, and it's just so unique.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna happen soon. My skills, the Bible says in Proverbs 18, my gifts will make room for me. I really believe it, because my work speaks for itself, and that's just me knowing I'm an action lady. So I let my work talk. And so yeah.
Yeah, I love the fact that despite the fact that you have spent majority of the years in the United States, you still resonate with everything Nigeria. You say you can speak Igbo, and you can relate with any Nigerian you meet on the street, which sounds really, really good. Now, let's do this. Hypothetically, the Tigers calls you up today, what do you bring to the team that sets you apart from other players?
Wow, that's a beautiful question, Kenny. So the most recent club I played for was just literally last month. I just came back from playing last month. But when I came back, I played on this professional league just to stay in shape. And the reason I bring that up is because your question was answered in the last game I played. Previously, I would answer and say, "Oh, I'm fast. I'm quick. I can score perfectly around the rim. I steal the ball. My defense is outstanding. I control the tempo of the game." But what I'm going to answer in addition to all that is, not only am I a great scorer, not only am I a great defender, not only am I fast, not only am I very active, not only am I a great leader on and off the court, in addition to all that, I'm able to make everyone around me better. And so, I don't know if you saw that story I posted where I'm like a good leader, makes everyone around them better. And so I believe that actually is a secret ingredient that I just discovered in myself. Because of the high standards of excellence that I hold myself to, everyone around me feels the need to rise to that. Yeah. And so I think it's just naturally being a role model on off the court. That is something that makes me unique. And
do you have a friend? Do you have a friend on the present day Tigers team right now? Do you have a friend on the team?
Yeah, I do. I know a couple of ladies on the team. They're all great ladies. Amy, I'm close to Amy. I'm close with MJ's my dog. She's my girl. Ife's my friend. And so, yeah, we're all in the basketball world. So
that's really good. And one of your friends, because I know you mentioned to me that you and Atonye, you know Atonye very well. She is part of the coaching crew for the under-19 women's basketball team, the J Tigers. What are your words to Atonye? This is her first gig as a national team coach. The last time she was on the national team was as a player, but this time around, under-19 associate head coach under Juliana. What do you think about Atonye in Gifa, and what are your words to her right now?
Atonye is a remarkable person and a remarkable player. She has a unique blend because now she also has that coaching experience. She also coached at UCLA, if I remember correctly. But in addition to that, she has a lot of wisdom in the game. Atonye is actually somebody who I go to when I need advice. Wow. And so the ladies are in great hands. I'm gonna tell you that. What I'm gonna say to Atonye is, as a coach, your first loss hurts, but she knows how to come back. A mentality what's that next game mentality? You got to let that game go and focus on the next. I have a podcast, Voice Playbook, where I teach people how to have a strong mentality as an athlete. Yeah. It's faith-based, it's lifestyle. It's something I would advise the listeners to listen to also.
Yeah, no problem. I can just put the link out there on the video so that they can go check that out. Thank you very much for mentioning that, by the way. But if you have the chance to play pickup game with any 4 Nigerian players, can you mention the names that you would love to play pickup game with?
Oh, that is a good question. Pickup, like we'll be playing against another team?
Yeah, like the same team.
I would say me, Amy, MJ. That's what we draw. The other two, I think we'll need a point guard there.
Ezine Kalu, there is Promise Amukamara.
Yeah, I would pick Ezine, and then the last person I would pick, honestly, I think that's just a strong 4 with regardless the confidence in that 4. I'm so confident in that. Who did I put the last person? Oh, sorry, Ife, I'm sorry. If you're watching this, sorry, guys. Sorry.
Okay, Ife has retired from the game, but I get that. When she was playing, do you mean Ifunanya Okoro or Ife Bekwe?
Ifunanya Okoro, but I actually,
okay.
The other Ife is also a good friend of mine, so yeah.
Good. So you mean Naya Okoro? That's well said. Yeah. Now let's talk about this. Nigeria, the Tigers have played in several competitions. They've played in the Women's AfroBasket Championship. They've played in FIBA World Cup. They've played in the Olympic Games. But when you finally get that chance to play for the national team, which one of these tournaments would you say you look forward to the most to represent the country?
Olympics. Absolutely, the Olympics. Absolutely. just believe I'm that missing piece. And so no matter what the competition is, I believe in staying ready. So I'm just ready. 24/7, I'm ready. You plan ahead. I believe in ahead. So like, funny enough, I'm gonna tell you this funny thing about Amy is a planner. Amy's a big time planner. So for example, if I see Amy now, she'd be like, girl, she's planned her way till 2028. And so it's a funny tip. And so I'm always like, oh girl, that's a good one. Stay ready. That's the stay ready. Yeah. Prepare. You just have a plan and stay ready. Yeah.
Have a plan and stay ready by Sandra Ikeora. That's a very good quote, by the way.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about your pre-game ritual. What is your pre-game, let me say, your hype song heading to a basketball game?
Hype song, it really changes because as an athlete, you got to always stay present. And so new song, new season, new songs. Right now, I would say a song. This is funny you asked that, because right now what gets me going is like the real Igbo songs. I'm talking.
Wow.
I know it's funny. It's real funny. That gets me going. Like let me show you. If I show you my playlist, it just gets me going. It gets me to my roots.
Sounds cool. I wasn't expecting that. I was thinking you would say maybe Davido, Wizkid.
No, I'm talking.
Okay. But quick question, because we always ask this question almost every time, but I'd like to hear what you think. Davido or Wizkid, which one for you?
Really? I actually went to Davido's wedding, funny enough, with my friends.
That's good.
But I love Wizkid.
Wait, so what did you go and do in Davido's wedding? If you love Wizkid, no way.
What?
No way.
To make it like an animosity. I love them both. I don't know them personally, not yet, but I love them both.
Now you have to change.
I like the current. I like the song with Davido, but I like Wizkid. His vibe gets me. It's given that, you just gotta know. It's a grown lady vibe. Like, okay, like, so yeah.
To be honest, I can't.
More towards Wizkid.
I can't relate. I can't relate to that. I can't. Okay, no problem. It's all good. It's all good. Now let's move away from that. What'd you say?
It's a lady thing, so it's okay if you can't relate.
No problem. Now let's move away from that. Let's talk about what is that moment you think about when it comes to your basketball journey. You think about how you feel like, wow, I really love this moment and I'd like to experience it again. What moment is that?
Wow, your questions are good. I wish you would have sent it to me at the time, but now you just got me, on the spot.
Yeah.
A moment where I'm like, wow, I want to experience that again. I would say probably there's so many of them, but maybe when I scored my career high 43 points against a team that was meant to win a league in college. It was just, but the game before that.
Wow, 43 points in a game?
Yeah, but the reason why it's so memorable for me is because the game before that we lost.
Okay.
When we lost the game, because I'm such a competitive fighter, like I believe in energy. Like energy really says a lot. Like you have to give it your all. Mm-hmm. And so the game before that we lost, and I was down. I was like, man, I was upset. And when I'm upset, I like to just be on my own, figure it out, and then come back and readjust. And so this time around, I took a different approach.
Yeah.
I took some time in when I had a conversation with the coach. I said, hey, coach, here's something we can do to make this better. And my coach listened, and he was like, hey, I'm all ears. We fixed it. We executed the next game. We beat the team. I got my career high.
Wow. So it's been nice getting to hear you share some of your experience when it comes to the game of basketball and your aspiration as regards the national team, Sandra. But of course, just a couple of more questions, two more questions, and then of course we are done with this interview. I just want to ask you, what are your message to aspiring basketball players in Nigeria? You know, you have to work twice as hard as someone in the US to get breakthrough. You know, but what are your message to basketball players who are aspiring to become great and of course to get that breakthrough in terms of playing abroad?
What is my advice, right, to them?
Yeah, your advice for them. Yeah.
The first thing I'm gonna say is this: one, not just aspiring, everybody should go follow my YouTube, LA with Sandy, my podcast, Voice Playbook. You'll get tips to help you better yourself while here and when you get to the US. That's number one. Number two, you are your number one advocate. You have to be extremely aware of your value, and you have to have a plan.
Okay.
Me, I'm gonna give you an example. Meaning, I'm gonna use myself as an example. Even though I'm established, and even though I'm a professional, I have my resume, my background, I still stay on top of my ish. Meaning, even though I played basketball in France, I played in the Caribbeans, I played in Europe, I played in the United States, I've still worked regular jobs. Like I've worked at Google in the US, I've worked for the government in the US. Yeah. You have to stay on your stuff. You are your own best advocate.
Yeah.
Meaning, again, with being professional, you know, your money comes in bulk, there's some uncertainties, but you've got to stay ready. Like I said before, don't go in there thinking, oh, now you're in the land of opportunities, everything's gonna, you know, just pan out. No, you have to know what you want.
Yeah.
And you have to be the person who speaks for you, who stands for you, and you have to make sure you do everything that's in alignment with your values.